Hi everyone, and welcome to today's beginner balance class. If it's helpful for you to use a set of blocks when stepping forward onto your mat, I recommend you grabbing those. And also helpful for some modifications if you feel like that's something you might need in a balance class. Otherwise, no other props are needed, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and meet me in Tadasana on the back of your mat. So once you're settled, go ahead and find mountain pose. Feel free to shift your weight back and forth, side to side, just to get yourself comfortable. Finding all four corners of the feet, inner and outer heel, pinky toe, big toe. Just like finding your first downward facing dog. Let your arms fall to your sides, palms facing forward. Pressing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Gentle lift to the chin, gentle lift to the chest. Standing tall. On your next breath, go ahead and find center. Weight is evenly distributed throughout your feet. Then if you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're not quite there yet, you can go ahead and take your gaze just beyond the front edge of the mat. Still keeping that length, that height through the crown of your head. And find your breath. Gentle inhales and exhales. Not forcing any expansion at this moment. Again, just finding the natural rhythm. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Sweeping the arms overhead. Once again, reaching through the fingertips, maybe gazing up between the palms. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, start to find a gentle bend in the knees, hinging at the hips. Bringing the hands through heart center as you fold forward. Letting the fingertips come to the mat. Let the head fall, finding length within the neck. Inhale. Halfway lift, fingertips can be on the mat. Maybe you find your blocks, use those now. Or hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, sweep the arms up and over. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna do that same sequence once more. So again, recalibrate, find your center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, find length, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Hands come to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Then exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips. Hands come through heart center as we fold forward. Keeping this forward fold, we're going to spend another moment or two here in ragdoll. So go ahead and grasp opposite hand to opposite elbow. And again, let the head hang heavy. Releasing any tension within the neck. Try not to hold your head up. And just shift your weight side to side. Gaze can be at the mat, or you can keep your eyes closed. As you shift your weight side to side, again exploring the different corners of the soles of your feet. On your next breath, fingertips plant. You're going to keep your right knee bent. Your left knee is going to come to straight. Right fingertips are going to stay on the mat, maybe your palms on the mat. Again, feel free to use a block here as well if you have it. And then you're going to inhale, the left arm opens up towards the left side of the mat. Finding a twist. Left fingertips reach up towards the sky. You can gaze towards the fingertips or you can keep your gaze low. Exhale, come back to center. Find a slight bend in the knees. And then we're going to switch sides. So your left knee is going to find a little bit deeper bend. Your right knee is going to come to straight. Left fingertips come to the center of the mat. As we inhale, open the right arm up and over towards the right side of your mat. Staying lifted through that bottom arm. Lifting through the top arm. Exhale back down to center. And then inhale, scoop the arms up and overhead. Keeping a gentle engagement of the core as we lift up. And exhale, hands to heart center. You're going to go ahead and shift your weight into your left foot as you bring your right knee up in towards your chest. Once your knee is lifted, go ahead and lace your fingers just below the knee, pulling your right knee in towards the chest. So again, first little moment of balance here. But just roll your ankle a few times in each direction. Maybe scrunch the toes, open them wide. Go ahead and release your grasp on the knee. Palms facing forward, stand tall, staff pose. And lower the right leg down. Shifting your weight into your opposite side, so shifting your weight into the right leg. Stay engaged from the sole of the foot, through the quad, through the hip. Stay nice and stable and strong. Shifting your weight over. Bringing your left knee up in towards the chest. Staying tall, staff pose. And then when you're ready, lace your fingertips just below the knee, pulling your left knee in towards the chest. Keeping the crown of the head tall. Then again, finding some gentle range of motion within the ankle. Just rolling it back and forth. And maybe scrunching the toes, opening them wide. Relying on the feet a lot today. Sometimes when you're challenging your balance, the bottom of the foot can want to grip really strong. So just making sure we're bringing some energy, some attention to those areas before we get started. Go ahead and release your grip. Stand tall. And go ahead and lower your left leg down. One more inhale, arms up overhead. Reach tall, your tallest. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, hinging at the hips. Once you find your fold, start to walk your hands out to the top of the mat. Feet stay still. And come into plank pose. Adjust your feet if you need, and then press back into downward facing dog. Find your first downward facing dog of class. Go ahead and pedal out your feet for a moment or two. Shifting the weight side to side. Maybe incorporating the hips a little bit. Again, whatever you typically do, your little routine in downward facing dog. Take a moment to find that here. And on your next breath, settle in. Pressing through the heel of the hand, engaging from fingertips through the shoulder blade. Gentle press of the chest down towards the back edge of the mat, towards the ankles. Finding length within the back body. Go ahead and inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bend your left knee. Right knee drives towards the right elbow as the right foot plants outside of your right hand. Take a moment here, find length. Bringing the chest forward towards the top edge of the mat. Drop your left knee. Again, staying long and tall through the front body. Let your left hand plant in the mid-center of the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over, opening the chest towards the right side. Exhale, right hand plants. And shift your weight back into your hips. Coming into half splits pose, Ardha Hanuman. The right toes lift. Again, keeping the chest lifted so you can find a little bit more length within the back side of the right leg. Shift your weight back forward, right foot plants. Inhale, pressing through the toes of the back foot, lifting the back knee. And left foot comes outside of left hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, hands come to heart center, come to standing. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, active squat. Inhale, plant the hands, keeping a slight bend in the elbows. Bring your right foot back, your left foot back, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, point the toes back behind you, lift the legs up, and arms reach back behind you, lifting the chest forward. Gaze forward, locust pose. Exhale, lower the legs, hands plant underneath the shoulders. Shift your weight back like you're coming into child's pose. Plant your forearms down. Pull yourself through. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. To any capacity that feels comfortable. Don't feel pressured to lift it up really high. Exhale, bend your right knee. Left knee drives towards the left elbow. Left foot plants outside of left hand. Chest stays lifted, front body stays long. Drop your right knee. Feeling a stretch within the front of your right hip. Right hand plants in the center of the mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over, opening the chest towards the left side. Left hand plants. Exhale, shift your weight back into the hips as the left toes rise. Keeping the chest long, we're reaching it forward, finding length within the back side of the leg. Shift your weight forward, left foot plants. Press through the right toes. And bring your right foot outside of your right hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, come to standing, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead, maybe pressing the hips forward, reaching back behind you. Exhale, active squat. Inhale, hands plant, elbows bend. Left foot comes back, right foot comes back, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, point the toes back behind you as the legs lift. Arms lift back behind you, chest rises. Gaze just beyond the top edge of the mat, locust pose. Inhale, lower the legs. Hands plant underneath the shoulders. Press back like you're coming into child's pose. Forearms plant. Inhale, pull through upward facing dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath or so. Settle back into your downward facing dog. If you like to use blocks, if you find that that's helpful to transition forward onto your mat, bringing your foot in between your hands, go ahead and grab those now. I'll give you a moment to set up if you need. And if you did grab a set of blocks, go ahead and meet back in downward facing dog. And on your next breath, inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left knee, same thing as we did before. Bend your right knee, drive it in towards the collarbone to find that compression. Drive, drive, drive. Right foot plants between the hands. Bend your back left knee. As you inhale up into double bent leg lunge. Exhale, press your left knee back behind you, coming into high lunge. Stay low. Now we're going to transition onto your front foot. So inhale, shift your weight into that front foot, pressing through the big toes back behind you. Shifting forward, forward, forward. Let the back toes drag until you're ready to lift. Crouching warrior. Arms are out straight ahead of you. Keeping that right knee bent. Exhale, press your right knee to straight. Warrior 3. Inhale, reach your left toes back behind you. Reach back, back, back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Press into the earth as you bring your right foot back to downward facing dog. We're going to come into the other side. So inhale, left leg lifts to whatever capacity feels comfortable for you. Exhale, bend your right knee. Left knee drives in towards the collarbones. Drive, drive, drive. Find that compression. Left toes between the hands. Bend your back right knee. Inhale up, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, press your right knee to straight, keeping the hips low. Then on your next inhale, shifting your weight into your front left foot. Pressing into the right toes behind you as you shift the weight forward. Drag your right toes behind you as you're ready to lift. Again, you can transition using the blocks here. If you have the blocks with you, you can use those for support in your crouching warrior. Exhale, press your left knee to straight, keeping that right leg lifted. Inhale, bend your left knee again, reaching the right toes back behind you. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, hands plant on the mat, on the blocks. Press away from the earth, back into downward facing dog. Back to the right side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, drive your right knee. Find that compression, bring that thigh in towards the tummy. Right toes between the hands. Bend your back left knee. Inhale up, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, press your left knee to straight, keeping the hips low. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Press through your left toes as you lift the leg back behind you, shifting the weight onto your right leg. Exhale, press your right knee to straight. Warrior 3. Again, arms are straight out ahead of you, finding that balance. Left hip bone is still facing the mat. Don't let it slay out. And then inhale, you're going to bend your right knee, as you start to bring your left knee up and into staff pose. So you're coming from warrior 3, and you're going to start to push yourself up into a standing position. Left knee comes in towards the chest like we did in the beginning of class to warm up. Once you're in staff pose, if you need that little bit of relief, go ahead and lace your fingers just below the left knee. Keep the crown of the head tall. If you're feeling pretty steady, maybe let go of that left knee. Inhale, start to transition back to warrior 3. So you can keep a slight bend in that right knee. That can help with your balance. Keeping that left knee bent until the foot's back behind you, then start to straighten it out. Warrior 3 or crouching warrior, whichever one's more comfortable. Again, you can use those blocks in your transition if you need. Inhale, reach the left toes back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands plant. Press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, drive the left knee in. Press, press, press. Left toes between the hands. Bend your right knee. Inhale, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, press your right knee back to straight. Inhale, shift the weight forward into your left foot. Right toes drag back behind you until it's ready to lift. Exhale, press your left knee to straight, slow and controlled. Inhale, start to find a gentle bend in that left knee as the right knee Tucks up and in towards the chest, coming into staff pose. Maybe grab hold of the knee again to find a moment to focus on the balance of that left foot. Maybe you stay here. Maybe go ahead and let go once more. And on your next inhale, go ahead and reverse the movement. You can find a gentle bend in your left knee as you reach the right toes back behind you. Reach, 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 reach. Slow and controlled. Inhale, high lunge. And then exhale, hands plant. Press back, downward facing dog. Find a moment here, catch your breath. Wiggle the legs out side to side. And then start to walk your walk your feet back up towards your hands. So you're gonna come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. So just find a fold here. Maybe take ragdoll. Shifting your weight side to side, just explore whatever sensations might be throughout your legs as you relied on them pretty heavily for just a few moments. And then you're going to inhale up, sweep the arms up and overhead, coming to Uttanasana, or Tadasana, excuse me. Shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, right knee in towards the chest. And then you're going to help your right foot coming into tree pose. So I want you to try to bring your right knee up actively as high as you can, and then placing it wherever you feel most comfortable to focus on your balance. So if that means that the right toes are a kickstand on the mat, that's wonderful. If you can bring it higher, equally is great. Wherever you can find steadiness, find balance, find a little bit of harmony within your body. One more breath. Again, you can keep your gaze steady just ahead of you, or you can go ahead and close your eyes, whatever kind of challenge you're looking for. Inhale, bring the right knee back up and in towards the chest, and exhale, lower it down. Shift your weight onto the right side. Again, strong from the big toes, the sole of the foot, up through the knee, the hip, the thigh, to find a strong base. As you inhale, the left knee up and in towards the chest, as high as you can actively bring it. Opening the knee up and placing the sole of your foot on the right leg. Again, that can be anywhere from the kickstand on the mat up into the upper inner thigh. And every time you show up to your mat, your balance may be different. So just meet your body where it's at today. Your balance is challenged in any of these positions. So go ahead and explore what works best for you. Hands can come to heart center. You can have your arms down, palms open. Or you can have the arms up and overhead. Again, explore whatever variation is suitable for you today. One more breath. Inhale, bring your left knee up towards the chest once more into staff pose. Then exhale, lower it down. So in no fancy particular way, go ahead and find your way onto your back. So just lowering your hips down to the mat and rolling down nice and slow. Let your legs come long. Find your breath. Inhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Find that compression. Bring your right knee in towards your right armpit, clasping the fingers below the knee. Breathing into that compression. And gentle twist. Go ahead and bring your right knee across the chest. Trying to keep your right shoulder blade anchored to the mat. Inhale back towards center. Left knee comes in to meet the right. Let the right leg fall long. Bringing the left knee in towards the left armpit. Bringing the left knee across the body towards the right. Keeping that left shoulder blade anchored in towards the earth. Inhale back towards center. Bringing the right knee in to meet the left. Finding a compression with both knees in towards the chest. And go ahead and grab hold of your big toes or the outer edges of your foot, coming into happy baby. Driving your knees on the outers, along the outside edges of your torso. Just opening the hips. You can rock side to side. Or explore any deeper range of motion if that's suitable for you. Trying to relax the spine wherever you are. Bring the knees back into the chest for one final little moment of compression. And then exhale. Let the feet come to the earth. And let the legs extend long. Arms rest alongside the body, palms facing towards the sky. And let go of any and all tension from the soles of the feet, all the way up through the hips, through your torso, the shoulders, the elbows, all the way to the fingertips. Finding space within the chest. Gentle lift of the chin, relaxing the muscles of the neck. Letting go of any tension within the jaw, muscles surrounding the eyes. Finding a full moment of true stillness. Focus on anything, just focusing on the rise and fall of the belly. Feel free to remain in Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to practicing with you guys soon.